If you buy silver, then you better buy this coin before you will not be able to buy this coin. I'm talking about the infamous Type 2 Silver Eagle. The American Eagle, the most recognizable coin in the world, produced by the most respected mint in the world, is no longer. The United States has changed the design this year in 2021, and they are finally coming out now. Ladies and gentlemen, silver stackers across the world, today's video is very special, so make sure you're subscribed. We got some giveaways coming soon, plus I post daily videos that, trust me, you don't want to miss. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. So the US Mint just broke the history books. This new Type 2 Eagle, it's gonna be huge. There's so much hype behind it. There's so much controversy, chaos, and it's also it's a weird timing for this coin to come out weeks after the United States Mint announced and admitted that there is a silver shortage and that they're having a hard time finding silver blanks to make these coins. So there's going to be a limited supply. You know, there's going to be low mintage numbers for these Type 2 coins, as they already stated that they can't find any silver to make them with. So that's going to be interesting. Another thing that's interesting about these coins is that this is the first time an American Eagle's design has ever been changed. You have coins like pandas, kookaburras, the design changes every year. But American Eagles, the design has stayed the same since they first were produced. This is the first time the design has ever changed. There's a lot of hype, a lot of controversy, and a lot of chaos. And you know what that means? The prices are going to be through the roof. And I promise you, it's going to be hard to get your hands on these coins once they are on the market. You can pre-order them right now. Monumental Metals right now says estimated to ship late July, and they are going for $38.50 with a credit card or PayPal, $37.11 with a wire. Let's check some other places. So we have APMEX, which a lot of people buy from. I'd say 90% of silver stackers buy from APMEX, but the pre-sale, the Type 2 are going for $37.15. Well, that's as low as. That's usually if you buy with something else. So, crypto's $39, PayPal's $40. So right now, spot's $26. So there's still, a $14 premium, which is, that's weird for American Eagles. Not for a Type 2, but for normal American Eagles. Premiums that high are just crazy nowadays, but that's the new normal. But right now, APMEX is saying a delayed shipping date of July 7th, and your entire order will ship upon their arrival. So it's going to be interesting to see how quick these prices, these premiums go up, right? Because instantly, as soon as people get these coins from these big bullion dealers, they're going to resell them on eBay for probably $10, $15 higher. And that happens with every coin, but with the amount of hype behind this coin, I could see them being astronomically high. I mean, we've never had a coin with this much history, this much hype, this much controversy, but also since the American Mint, the US Mint just admitted the silver shortage, it's only going to make people speculate even more on what the mintage numbers of these coins are, which aren't out yet. I did a lot of digging in the first video I made about the Type 2 Eagles, and I tried to find the mintage numbers where they're non-existent. And to give you a little insight on how low they could be, let me talk about something. So American Eagles are a very plentiful coin, right? Pandas, kookaburras, not so much. Pandas are minted around 8 million per year. Kookaburras, 300 to 500,000. And when these mints set these numbers, they are guesstimating how many of these coins they will sell the following year. So when we see 2011, 40 million of these Eagles were produced, that means they were estimating around 40 million people to buy those coins, right? They have to try to get as close to exact as possible because they don't want to have too low or too much. Now, you could see 44 million 2014, 47 million 2015, 37 million 2016. But look at the last 4 years. There was only 14 million produced in 2019. 13 million in 2021 of the type 1. And they still had a hard time. They had to make an emergency 1 million mintage supply from the San Francisco Mint at the end of the year because the U.S. Mint ran out of American Eagles. They are having a hard time finding silver when the amount of silver they need is a fourth of what they're usually getting in. That shows a lot. So if the type 1 is already as low as 13 million, and they had a hard time, and a couple weeks ago they just announced that silver is scarce, they can't find the blanks to make these coins, then I'm assuming the type 2 is even more scarce, and with the amount of hype and the amount of controversy behind it, it only makes sense. I even was talking about this with the owner of my local coin shop today. I was like, what do you think about the type 2 Eagles? And he says, I feel like they're going to be pretty hard to get your hands on soon. And I agree. It's just too perfect of a situation for these coins to just kind of, just be out there and just, it's a new thing. No, think about it. American Eagles, the coins that we're so used to, aren't going to be made anymore. They're gone. So people, as they keep them and hold them, they're going to become more scarce, kind of like junk silver, right? The pre-1965 coins, they're all getting bought and hold up, just like look at Morgan silver dollars. Stopped being produced in 1921. Now look how scarce they are, and look, they're almost growing in numismatic value, a collector value, because they're getting harder to find. American Eagles, the coins we like, the coins we're so used to, aren't being produced anymore. Now we have this new type 2 coin that's going to be coming out, and that's the new normal. We're going to be looking back on the days that American Eagles, the normal American Eagles, were the coin. This is game changing. I don't think people realize how big of an impact this is going to have on the silver market and the silver stacking world and the silver stacking community, right? We have two different coins from someone who is so used to just making the same thing. This is a huge change for the U.S. Mint as well. And I'm curious if other mints will do the same. This could be a great marketing tactic, just like when the U.S. Mint did that thing earlier this year. It's just times are crazy right now. Times are definitely crazy, but I just see a lot of opportunity, especially with the prices this low that you can pre-order them for, because I can guarantee in a couple years, you're going to be remembering the day that you could pre-order this coin before it was released for at least close to spot price, when this coin will be growing extreme, and I mean extreme premiums, especially from these resellers like eBay. Now we have another situation. American Eagles are already growing premiums. A standard bullion coin is gaining a similar premium to a coin like a Panda, a Kookaburra, that has lower mintage numbers. The design changes every year. They're collectible. They're called semi-numismatic coins for a reason. Yes, part of the coin is sold for the metal, right? Pandas, it is, China's coin. There's 1 ounce of silver inside of it. That's partly why it's sold, but the other part, semi-numismatic, means there's some numismatic value. People collect them because the design changes every year because they are more rare. So you can see why a coin is called semi-numismatic, or I call it high premium silver, because they're collectible. But in a coin like an American Eagle, the design stays the same every year. You have 30, 40 million minted per year, nothing special about them, but now there is something special about them. And even the older American Eagles that are stopped being produced now, right, the ones we have, might start growing premiums as well because they're not made anymore, and they'll be more scarce. So the U.S. Mint might be pulling something very smart, and for people that have or own American Eagles and will, continue to hold the Type 1s and be buying the Type 2s, might be put in a very, very profitable and lucky situation, because American Eagles have been cheap as dirt since they've been produced, but now American Eagles might be more expensive or more profitable than Pandas with higher premiums. Interesting times right now. I would love to know what you think about this. Now let's go back and look at some other prices of the Type 2. So we have government right here. Oh, this is graded stuff. I don't want to look at the graded coins. That would be interesting too, though, to get an MS70 graded Type 2. I might do that. I would never, and that's funny because I would never recommend getting a graded American Eagle, right? A standard bullion coin that's graded. It just doesn't make sense. But the Type 2, since it is so different and it is, a piece of history that's being made, it might be worth it. Now it's looking like bullionexchanges.com, $38.88. So all around the same price. I mean, obviously, Hero Bullion pre-sale July. I think some places were saying late June, but now it's looking like everyone's saying late July. Ooh, so we have a card is $40.71. So you can see some prices fluctuate. If you do want to buy in bulk, I would recommend buying tubes of them. Usually you can, let's see if you can buy a tube of the Type 2. So here we go. So you can get a tube of the Type 2. Is that Type 2 as well? Yeah, that's okay. So you can get a tube of the Type 2s for $852 with a check, or credit card, PayPal, $888. And this is a mint direct, so it's sealed. It says Type 2 on it. It's first strike. That would probably be your best bet if you're trying to buy in bulk. I would buy this thing because it says APMEX on it, PCGS, so you know it's professionally graded. It's the mint direct Premier. It's sealed with that actual plastic over it, where normal tubes don't have that actual plastic, so they could have been opened. And then it says Type 2 on it as the ID number. It even says first strike, so you know. I mean, this is probably the safest way to go if you want to ensure that your potential customer, your potential buyer, when you go to sell these, understands that this is the real deal. I would go that route. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this? Do you think these coins will do good? Or do you think they're just going to be like normal American Eagles and just kind of be out there, just a new design? I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I think there's going to be there's a lot more going on here than meets the eye, and that's just simply because the American Eagle is the most recognizable coin in the world. You can take that coin anywhere, China, wherever, they will recognize that coin as valuable. They might not know why it's valuable. They might not know what 1 ounce of silver inside of it means or why that, but they do see this coin and they say, hey, that's a valuable coin. It is attached to wealth, for value. You can't do that with any other coin in the world, right? You can't do that. Try to take a panda to someone walking down the street in America and they're going to look at, what is that? But if you take an American Eagle to China, they will know that that coin resembles and represents value. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos every single day. I'm also going to be doing some giveaways soon, so make sure you're subscribed. 47,000 subscriber giveaway. I've been doing giveaways in my live streams. 50,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be a big one. You don't want to miss that as well. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. The link to this article will be in the description, because this is going over just some of the, the design, who made it, and all that stuff. If you want to check that out as well, it's from Coin Week. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I love you all. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.